Party.
We want to mobilize more investments into our economy so that both government and business should increase their level of investment in our economy. We have a plan to ensure that investment can improve. We have a plan to raise 1.3 trillion rand in new investments over the next 5 years. Working with all social partners, we will intensify our efforts to restore investor confidence in our country. We will implement reforms in economic sectors that have greatest potential to grow and create jobs. We will take measures to lower the cost of doing business in South Africa and increase productivity and improve competitiveness. We will implement the agreements that were reached at the Presidential Job Summit last year by boosting local demand for jobs, investing more in sectors such as mining, manufacturing, agriculture, and all other sectors such as tourism. We will also expand our export markets. We estimate that when we implement all these commitments and interventions, we will be able to create up to 275 additional jobs each year. This we will be able to do, nearly doubling the annual rate of employment creation.
Well, for more on the manifesto, we're now joined in studio by leadership expert, that's Dr. Majola. Good afternoon, Doc. Welcome to the SABC News Desk. Always a pleasure to have you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes.
Doctor, we were promised really ground-breaking material during this manifesto. What do you make of it? Did they deliver?
Well, the ANC is the governing party. It's a leading organization. It's the largest movement. It has been governing the country for the last 25 years. And it's in an advantageous position and disadvantageous. Because advantageous in a sense that it's got a reference. There are certain things that can look back and tell people and report to people and say, we have done this. We found the country at this level. We have taken the country to this level. But at a disadvantageous point of view, because people are going to criticize the ANC and say, we have not done well in what we are supposed to do. So the ANC is supposed to really raise the bar, especially to all these other many organizations that have registered. The IEC has just reported that we've got about 285 registered parties. So all these parties, whether at a national level or at a provincial level, are looking at ANC and they are going to pick up and identify weaknesses and say we are going to hit them there. They haven't said this, they haven't done this, but we're going to do this. Overall, the manifesto really covers almost all the sectors. However, you find this long shopping list, as it were. We are going to do this, we are going to do this, we are going to do this. Of course, yes, the manifesto is about 68-page document. So it covers a broad spectrum of issues. Now, they need to trim it down. Out of all these issues they've raised, maybe about 2 or 3 main points or main issues that they are going to focus on and that they are going to populate, market, and promote so that people out there, the potential voters, they may be able to say, this resonates with me. I can relate to this. But if it's just vague and huge and broad, it's very difficult for people to identify.
Doctor, one of those key issues that you're highlighting, we just heard the President earlier say he spoke out against civil servants and among them even political leaders, we know, who loot and use public resources for their own gains. How do you think the new administration should really address this public sector corruption that has become so rife? It's actually spread throughout the state, including provincial governments and key state institutions.
Well, since he has taken over for the last 11 months or so, he has evinced or demonstrated that courage and decisiveness when it comes to...
Yes, there has been a clear commitment.
Yes, in terms of clamping down the corruption. We have seen what he has done to the SOEs, your ESCOMs, your Transnets, your DINELs, your SAS, all of this, and PIC and others. So you can see that it really means business, that civil servants, we want people who are dedicated, who are committed, people who want to serve the country, serving the people, not self-serving, not serving themselves, serving their own interest. The question is, what is going to do to show those people who are not doing that? Will he be able to decisive enough so that people can say he walks the talk and talks the walk?
Yes.
Because that's very important in leadership.
And this is it, isn't it, Doctor? Because we hear the President, he keeps on reiterating calls for unity and cohesion within the organization. But it's no easy task, isn't it? Because how will he now balance the need for unity within the ANC with the need to install a new cabinet and still keep South Africans and investors both locally and abroad happy and confident in the new dispensation?
He's facing a mammoth task,
yes,
more especially within the ANC. He has taken over a very divided and fragmented organization. There is an article I've written. In that article, I'm saying ANC is divided mainly into 5 categories or groupings. You've got what I call the cleaners within the organization. The cleaners are these people who want to root out corruption, factionalism, careerism, populism, all those things. These are people who want to, like Ramaphosa, your Praveen, your Henokam, and all those people. Another group that you find there is what I call the wounded. The wounded are these comrades, they are out but not down. These are people like your Jacob Zuma and all those who supported the Jacob Zuma and the Guptas, who when he took over and then he got rid of them. And then we've got another groups that are called the untouchables. The untouchables are these people who are so feared and respected within the ANC. You know, it's like we cannot touch these people, because if we touch them, the ANC is going to be in trouble.
Doctor, we have to leave it there. We'll come back to you in just a moment. Well, the President also says that the ANC will continue to support a range of land ownership forums, public, private, cooperative, family and communal. Let's take a listen.
From its formation, the African National Congress has fought to undo a grave historical injustice and give effect to what the Freedom Charter set out, that land must be shared amongst those who work it. In this manifesto, we outline elements of a plan to accelerate land reform, making use of a range of complementary measures, including, where appropriate, expropriation of land without compensation. We will continue to promote a range of land ownership forms: public, private, cooperative, family and communal. We will implement measures to promote urban agriculture and community food gardens, to promote national food and security with a view of reducing hunger. Our approach to land reform is guided by our Constitution and by the need to advance economic development as well as economic agricultural production as well as food security.
Well, President